here we are at the Pondicherry Park in Bridgeton, Maine. It is October 10th, and we're checking out the Bob Dunning Memorial Bridge. This shot caught my eye as we were driving in right before we pulled into the parking lot. I saw this awesome little river scene where the water is completely flat and covered in like red and yellow leaves and a bunch of good foliage in the background. So we had to come back. We haven't even made it inside the park yet. Currently I'm working on a 4-minute exposure, so I have a 3-stop soft edge graduated filter to try and keep a little more definition up in my sky because the water's darker than the sky in this scene. I have the polarizer, but I'm not using it to full polarization because I'm shooting ultra wide and I kind of want some of the glare. And I put a 10-stop ND on, so I'm shooting 4 minutes, ISO 200, a aperture of f11. So, see how it comes out. The water's moving super slow, but it is in sort of a swirling pattern. It's a little bit of an eddy current in here, so I'm hoping we're gonna get, after 4 minutes, a big sort of like Star Trails-like style look where the leaves are all swirling in a circle around this area, but there's no way of really knowing until 4 minutes is up, so let's check it out. Yeah, I'm really into that actually, so just gonna have to crop a little bit. Sometimes you can't be where you want to be. Let's go check out that park. Stunning photo, that's exactly what I came here for. This photo it built itself. All we did was get lucky on timing, to be perfectly honest. So what's happening here in my frame is the two railings are sort of slowly curving and converging together across the frame, one from the left corner, one from the bottom right corner, and then they meet up right at the bridge, which is, I mean, just beautiful. It's sort of like a modern take on a classic New England covered bridge, and then just perfect foliage in the background. So pretty simple frame, nice leading lines, nice fall everything. I have a polarizer on, just to take the glare off of our walkway here and also off the leaves a little bit. Then I'm shooting ISO 200, f11, 1/10 of a second. Shutter speed's not super important, but because it's a slow shutter speed, I do need to just wait for the breeze to chill out a little bit because I don't want the leaves to be moving around too much. So yeah, nice and simple. I mean, with the light we have today, I've got like a perfect bell curve as a histogram, and I am shooting bracketed, just why not? I shot one without the bracket and I'm going to use that shot because I shot it raw, and I'm going to pump the shadows a little bit on the bridge, but I think I kind of like how dark it is inside the bridge. But I am shooting bracketed just because if I get home and I wish I had that internal framework on the bridge, then I got it. So yeah, pretty plain and simple. Now we got the classic shot that I came here to get. We can move around a little bit in the park and so we could try to get a little more creative. There's this really cool metal spiral staircase that comes down off the side and goes right down to ground level. And so we're obviously gonna go and shoot sort of down by the water, probably from the other side. And yeah, good stuff. Really excited actually. This is a great photo that kind of just stumbled upon yesterday. Can't believe it was only an hour away and we had a few hours to spare today to get here before the foliage all blew away. So great stuff, really excited. Hope you liked the photo. We have a super thick overcast day, which is just perfect, nice big soft flight, but there are cases where I kind of want like a nice deep depth of field, F11. I want to keep my ISO as low as possible, you know, 160 or 200. And that leaves me with a shutter speed of 1/15 of a second, which when the breeze blows, doesn't really, sorry, hold on, we got some nice column movement. So yeah, so when the breeze blows, not only do I have my tripod hoisted up on the center column, which is a big no-no, also all the leaves in the scene move. So I need like those moments of perfect calm, and we're just starting to get that. I can hear another gust coming, so we're done shooting for a second. So basically what I'm doing here is I've got this little berry tree in front of me that's blocking sort of like the boardwalk coming away from the left side of the bridge. The bridge is in the middle of the scene. It's split by a couple of trees, but nothing major. And then I've got like the grass in the foreground and all the foliage in the background. So just gonna play with a few different compositions, zoom in, zoom out. Originally, I was down on the water and shot just like the classic side shot, which I actually love, but it's nice and simple. And so now I'm gonna try to get something a little more creative or different, I guess. So move around a little bit and then wait for those gusts to calm down so that I can get my nice slow shutter speed with sharp everything. It's calm, here we go. Let's check it out. All right, so we have followed the spiral staircase down to ground level, and then there's a little boardwalk that runs parallel to the stream here. And then we've stepped out onto the stream, onto like a little sandbar, and I am balanced on a log shooting probably like 100 yards away. So I'm zoomed into about 45 or 50 mil, which is like a 70 millimeter equivalent on a full frame. I am shooting polarized because the glare off the leaves was just pulling a little bit of that color, and I really want the color to pop. I am shooting an 1/8 of a second with an aperture of f13, and the f13 is because I really want really deep depth of field in this shot. I want one single image to catch my foreground leaves here, as well as the bridge, all at the very least acceptably sharp. But I am going to do a focus stack just for backup, just in case, but ideally one image here, and then still managing to keep my ISO at 200. So yeah, similar to before where the wind is blowing a little bit, and I need those leaves to settle nice and slow because my shutter speed is only an 1/8 of a second. So yeah, light is perfect. Must be like 3 p.m. or so, and it's just, the clouds are just thick enough that everything's even, but thin enough that there's a little bit of depth. It doesn't just look like, you know, evening light. So yeah, really stoked on the shot. It's a beautiful composition. I was working my way in this direction, but I definitely did not find this particular location. Molly is here, Spencer's girlfriend, and I turned the corner and she was standing here shooting this exact same photo. So definitely stepping on her toes. Although there's a little bridge built out here, so I assume there's other people who have seen this before, but we haven't really seen enough photos from this bridge location before. I mean, yes, the bridge was only built 9 years ago, but yeah, I kind of stumbled upon this location on Instagram. Beautiful shots here today. Just gonna probably keep playing around with the angles, but I absolutely love the side view here. This is nice and clear. I got a couple different angles up this way, but just having a little foreground color as well as the background color is awesome. So. Well, we got some awesome shots here today. Super excited about this location. Got super lucky with timing on the fall colors and the foliage and everything, and having it be a nice overcast day gave us lots of time to play with lots of different compositions without the light changing too much, which is just exactly what you can hope for. Yeah, thanks for stopping by with us. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos, make sure you click that subscribe button and get notified whenever we upload videos. Thanks for coming along with us, and I hope you enjoy the video. We'll see you next time. So currently I'm working on a photograph using a often overlooked technique, I think. I think it's most commonly referred to as the 10-second hoist and hold, but I don't know. I think it goes by other names, but so generally it looks like this. You set your camera up, you get your focus right, you put the 10-second timer on, and then make sure your shutter speed is fair enough that it doesn't actually need tripod support to be a sharp photo. So currently I'm shooting 1/200th. You just hoist it up, get your framing. Oh, there you go. It's a surprisingly common technique, but people neglect to talk about it.